Toss-up number 1, language arts vocabulary. In Catholicism, this adjective describes the doctrine that the Virgin Mary was born without original sin.
Brett.
Quincy.
Immaculate Conception.
That is a correct answer for 10 points. Your bonus is in also language arts, and even though I just said it was all in 4 parts, this is in 3 parts. Are you good with that, Victor?
Yes, you just tell me how many points to award.
I will do that. 3 parts in Brit Lit. Identify these works of Charles Dickens. Number 1. It takes place during the French Revolution and begins with the line, "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times." Number 2. Uriah Heep is the villain in this novel. Number 3. This novel, Dickens's first, is centered on a character who founds a namesake club. You have 30 seconds. Time has been called. Okay, Quincy Notre Dame, go ahead.
Part 1, The Tale of Two Cities. Part 2, Great Expectations. Part 3, Oliver Twist.
Number 1 is correct for 7 points. That leaves 2 and 3 available for BV. Go ahead.
Part 2, Oliver Twist. Part 3, Great Expectations.
Both of those are incorrect. Uriah Heep is the villain in the novel David Copperfield, and the Pickwick Papers, or the Posthumous Papers of the Pickwick Club, is his first novel. Toss-up number 2, Social Studies, U.S. History. During the last months of this man's life, one of the first metal detectors attempted to locate the bullet that entered his body while he was waiting for a train at the Baltimore and Potomac Railroad Station. What president was shot and killed by Charles Goutier, a patronage seeker, in 1881?
Alex.
Garfield.
That is a correct answer for 10 points. Your bonus is in chemistry, science, and there are 4 parts. Tell the chemical formulas for these compounds. Number 1, iron oxide or rust. Number 2, silver nitrate. Number 3, ammonia. Number 4, sulfuric acid. You have 30 seconds.
Time.
Time.
Hello?
NO3. Part 3, NH4. Part 4, SO4.
Number 2 is a correct answer for 5 points. That leaves 1, 3, and 4 available for Quincy.
For part 1, we have Fe2O3. Part 3, we have NH3. Part 4, we have H2SO4.
Those are correct for 15 points. Okay, toss-up number 3. Science, chemistry. This verb describes any reaction that results in a system's enthalpy decreasing. Examples of this type of reaction include the mixture of an acid and a base and combustion. What?
Christopher.
That is a correct answer for 10 points. Your bonus is in fine arts in music history. Name the composers of the following pieces of music. Number 1, Wedding March, part of his A Midsummer's Night's Dream. Number 2, the 1812 Overture, which celebrated the turning back of the French. Number 3, Carnival of the Animals. And number 4, Orosia, his 3rd Symphony in E-flat major. You have 30 seconds.
Time, please.
Okay, time has been called. If you could give me your answers, please. Go ahead. Say it again.
Part 1, Verdi. Part 2, Tchaikovsky. And for Part 3 and 4, Haydn.
Number 2 is a correct answer for 5 points. That leaves 1, 3, and 4 available for the other team.
I'd like to defer to Alex.
Okay, Alex, go ahead.
Part 1, Berlioz. Part 3, Stravinsky. And Part 4, No answer.
The correct answer is Mendelssohn for 1, Saint-Saëns for number 3, and Beethoven is the one that wrote the Third Symphony in E-flat major. Okay, next toss-up. Social Studies, U.S. History. This man logged a record 8 hours of extravehicular activity on Gemini 12. He founded Starcraft Boosters in order to promote space tourism. Name this man who, on July 20th, 1969, became the second person to walk on the moon's surface.
Alex?
Alex?
Shepard.
That is an incorrect answer. 3 seconds.
Oh, I didn't start.
Team 1.
Brett.
Aldrin is a correct answer for 10 points. Your bonus is... as soon as I can. Language arts, I already did that one, sorry, is in geography. It is in 3 parts. Name these African capital cities. It lies at the confluence of the Blue and White Nile River. Number 2, it replaced Lagos as capital of its country in 1991. And number 3, it is the current capital of Madagascar. You have 30 seconds.
That's
Okay, time. Quincy?
Part 1 and 3, we have Tangiers. Part 2, Gale.
Those are all incorrect. BB?
Cairo for all parts.
That is also incorrect. It's Khartoum, Sudan for number 1, Abjua, Nigeria for number 2, and Antananarivo for Madagascar. There you go. Next toss-up is in language arts, U.S. literature. In this novel, after the protagonist recalls Snowden's death, he claims insanity in an attempt to be discharged. Cal.
That's 22.
That is a correct answer for 10 points. Your bonus is in social studies, 5 parts. I'm sorry, it's in 4 parts. Tell the political party to which each of the following U.S. presidents belonged. Number 1, Richard Nixon. Number 2, James K. Polk. Number 3, Thomas Jefferson. And number 4, William Henry Harrison. You have 30 seconds.
Time.
Time has been called. If I could have your answers, please.
Part 1, Republican. Part 2, Republican. Part 3, anti-federalist. Part 4, federalist.
Number 1 is correct for 5 points. BV, do you have an answer for 2, 3, or 4?
Part 2, Dark Horse. Part 3, Republican. Part 4, Whig.
Whig is a correct answer. Can you be more specific on number 3?
Democratic Republican.
That is a correct answer for 5 points. So 10 points on the bonus for that for you. Okay, toss-up number next is in science, and it is in health. Symptoms of it include high fever, diarrhea, and ultimately pneumonia. It is rather easily spread from person to person by sharing objects, talking, and sneezing, which led to many wearing masks to reduce their chances of getting this disease.
Team
What is...
Alex.
Alex?
Bird influenza.
I'm going to give that as a correct answer, yes. Your bonus is in fine arts. It's in theater in 4 parts. Give the name of the play or musical in which each of these characters appears. Willy Loman, number 1. Number 2, Stanley Kowalski. Number 3, Tev, T-E-V-Y-E. And number 4, Professor Harold Hill. You have 30 seconds.
Time.
Time has been called. Go ahead.
Death of a Salesman for Part 1, and Waiting for Godot for the rest.
Number 1 is correct for 5 points. The rest, that Godot is not a correct answer. Quincy, do you have an answer for 2, 3, or 4?
No answer.
Streetcar Named Desire is number 2. Fiddler on the Roof and The Music Man were the answers to the rest of those. Next toss-up. Fine arts music history. During his lifetime, this 1700s musician was more famous as an organist than a composer. Alex?
Bach.
That is a correct answer for 10 points. Your bonus is in mathematics, and it is in 4 parts. Non-computational, but it's still a bonus. Give the geometric name assigned to each of these meeting points associated with triangles. Number 1, the point of concurrence of the altitudes. Number 2, the point of concurrence of the medians. Number 3, the point of concurrence of the perpendicular bisectors of the sides. And number 4, the point of concurrence of the angle bisectors. You have 30 seconds.
Time.
Time has been called. Go ahead.
Midpoint for parts 1, 2, and 3, and ray vertex for part 4.
Those are all incorrect. Quincy? I'm sorry, say it again. For all of them? It's orthocenter for 1, centroid for 2, circumcenter for 3, and incenter for 4. Your next toss-up is in geometry, mathematics, computational, 30 seconds. Give your answer in terms of pi. A circle having a diameter of 14 centimeters is inscribed inside a square. What is the area in square centimeters of the region that is inside the square but outside of the circle? You have 30 seconds.
Team 1.
Eric.
Eric.
196 minus 49.5.
That is a correct answer for 10 points. Your bonus is in language arts, and it is 4 parts in U.S. literature. Identify the American poets who wrote these poems. Number 1, Hiawatha. Number 2, I Sing the Body Electric. Number 3, The Road Not Taken. And number 4, I Dwell in Possibility. You have 30 seconds. Time has been called. Go ahead, please.
Part 1, we have Longfellow. Part 2, Whitman. Part 3, Frost. Part 4, Longfellow.
Number 1, 2, and 3 are correct for 15 points. That leaves number 4 available, BV.
Tennyson.
It's Emily Dickinson. Your next toss-up. This is in fine arts history. This future fashion arbitrator was born Richard Sylvain Selzer in 1922. He became an actor and personal manager before he designed clothes for actors. His claim to fame, however, was his yearly worst-dressed list, which made fun of celebrities who didn't meet his high standards of style. Named the designer who died in October 2008 and once said that Bjork dances in the dark and dresses there as well. You have 10 seconds. Some of us know who that is.
Team 2.
Alex.
2. Out.
Klein.
Good guess, but no.
Lovely.
Quincy.
Time.
The correct answer is Richard Blackwell. That is 8 questions.